Let me go over this right quick before we get off here. This is me and Matt's predictions. Our top four, not in any order, are Texas, Ole Miss, Georgia, and Bama. Any of those four could win the.
And LSU, if they was to do Ole Miss, they could.
Right.
Because Texas, too. I mean, their schedule's not hard.
It's not bad. We had Texas, Ole Miss doing so well.
Because their schedule's not bad.
We're not necessarily saying they're better than Alabama and Georgia. Their schedule's not bad.
They don't play each other.
No.
Not until the ACC title. What if that's the title game, Texas and Ole Miss?
Could be.
Oregon may play Ohio State for national championship.
I know.
I'm telling you.
Fifth place team, Tennessee. Me and Matt was high on Kentucky. They're sixth. LSU seventh.
Yeah. You can put Oklahoma in there in the middle somewhere.
Missouri 8. We got Auburn doing good, 9. Then you got Oklahoma.
Yep. Missouri,
Florida, South Carolina, right there in the middle.
The leading.
We got A&M in the middle too, or lower middle.
I think Missouri leads the middle, and Missouri leads the middle, and Auburn is right there following in line.
Mm-hmm. And the bottom 3 was Arkansas,
Mississippi State,
and Vandy. Florida, because their schedule's so bad. Not necessarily because of their team.
Alabama should have a field day on Tennessee secondary, and it's on.
I got to be honest, guys. I'm not crazy about Alabama's receiving core. But they may show me something.
This is Kalen DeBoer right here. Kalen the boss.
He's talking to us.
Yeah, Alabama should have a field day. He said, we're going to have a field day up at Tennessee on
Coach,
that secondary. I mean, he's just telling the truth. Harsin, he could not recruit Keith. You're right. That's what's put Auburn in the basket. That's why it's going to be hard for them to win. If you can't win games, then it's hard to get kids to come play there because they want to go play for teams that are winning.
Well, let me read something else to you.
We both like
and
Georgia,
I know
Bama.
we're fixing. We do like Georgia, Bama, Tennessee.
They're going to win 9 or 10.
Yes, and we do. I do think they can win 11.
Ole Miss 10 or 11.
Yeah, Texas 10 or 11. I'll be honest with you. As of today, do you know who I think is going to win the SEC? I'm just being serious.
Ole Miss.
I think Texas is going to.
Well, their schedule's
just not bad.
And if you can stay healthy, that's that's huge.
I gotta be honest though, man. I don't think things change. You know that. Change. It's just July. I don't see the SEC. I don't think the SEC will win the championship.
Well,
but I do think these 4. I think those 4 will be in the playoff. I think Tennessee will be outside looking in. I don't think they'll be 1 to 12. Everybody's saying 5 or 6 teams is going to be in that playoff. No, it's going to be those 4. Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas.
Oregon, Ohio State will eventually have to cancel each other out somewhere.
Yeah. I'd say
Michigan's lost so much.
Arizona may be in this stinking thing.
Who else could come in there and maybe, play into some of this? Any other teams? Because we're going next week. We're doing high school stuff.
I think maybe Florida State again, Clemson.
I think Clemson's not a
Utah,
bad pick.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't think that's one. I brought him up a few weeks ago. I don't think mentioning Clemson to get into this playoff is a bad thought. Let's talk about ACC. I mean, who's going to win that?
I would think right now maybe Miami, Virginia Tech. You said Virginia Tech was going to be good.
That video I did for VTech, it's got nearly 2,000 views on it. A lot of people are they're smelling what I'm stepping in.
Yeah. Utah's going to be good now. We had them ranked high.
VTech may play
Notre Dame's going to be good.
Clemson and I think Virginia Tech. I went through their schedule that day, and their schedule's not terrible. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Ole Miss. It's like, well, they got a game or two, but boy, they may be able to walk through this thing and only meet Clemson for a title game.
Right. Clemson's schedule's not terrible.
No, the beat Virginia Tech's.
Yeah.
Their only hard one may be just to play Clemson I don't think they play them during the year.
Oklahoma State's going to be good.
Yeah.
Kansas State's going to be good. What'd you say? Yeah. Oklahoma? Iowa. Iowa have a ridiculous amount of starters back?
People are stupid high on Kansas State.
Or is it Oklahoma State you said had the most starters back in the country?
Virginia Tech. Yeah. 22.
Everybody. And
Okie State 21, Iowa 19, Iowa State 19, Nebraska 19.
Guys, you got to take that into account.
Baylor,
Nebraska?
Nebraska and Baylor, 19 players back.
I could do a top 25 right now. But
Well, I mean, listen.
And that Dylan Edwards went to K-State.
You could break down. You could do the top. Listen, here's the top 10, and it's not going to turn out this way, but I bet money right now. Somebody write this down.
Penn State's going to be all right.
Write this down right now. Here's the top 12. I bet money that 6 of these 12 will be in the top 12. 6 of these 12 I'm going to mention will be in the top 12.
In the playoff.
Yep.
Or in the first season poll.
1, 2, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. All right, top 15. We'll start down here from the bottom.
Okay, I'm looking here. I'm putting this down.
Well, guess who's getting 15 back? We'll just start with people getting 15 back.
Okay.
Is 15 a good number to get back?
Yeah. Anything over, I would think 14 or 13.
Okay. All right, well.
I'd say anything above 12 is good.
Okay, well, in that scenario,
Well, you're getting half
15
your team
players back. West Virginia, Texas, Ole Miss, Ohio State, Florida.
Right, but Florida's schedule is horrible.
But, dude, I did Ohio State, Ole Miss, and Texas. We just picked them. They will definitely be in the playoff.
Yeah, but they got all these guys back, plus their schedule's not tough.
Ole Miss has got 8 offensive players back.
Okay.
All right.
And all those transfers in.
Florida's got 8 back on offense and 5 on defense. Penn State, 16. Georgia, 16. Auburn, 16.
Jeez.
Stanford, 17. Now, here's the middle that you don't think about. Stanford, Northwestern, both have 17 back. Kentucky, 17 back. Georgia Tech, 17 back. Cal, 17 back. Baylor, 18. Now, here's where we get interested. These last 5 or 6 here have 19, 20, 21 or more.
That's ridiculous. Guys, you're bringing back your whole team.
Nebraska, Iowa State, Iowa, Okie State, VTech. So out of
You
these,
got to look for them 3 to maybe be in the top 20 at least. Them 4.
If they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, these 5 teams right here, I'll put a little box or just around these teams, and I'm going to mark it right now. Right. I'm just trying to say we're nearly giving away our trade secrets of how this is how we pick these teams to win. How many kids they got coming back? Do you have your quarterback coming back? Have you got the same coach? What ranking was your defense last year? What was your turnover ratios? Yeah. And how many minutes of possession do you usually control the ball? And how does you go through their schedule and see who does your tough opponents play the week before they play you? Mm-hmm. That's all I do. That's how I pick wins.
And it worked last year. I mean, Florida State brought back 20 starters. Guess what they went last year?
I do it with
they went 13-0.
The college basketball thing too, and I went to the finals, nearly won it.
Well, you got to go by. You got to go by what they got coming back.
Science is this.
So, people that tell me, and somebody's going to tell me Nebraska ain't worth the crap. Guys, they've got 19 starters back, including a fantastic freshman quarterback. They're going to be better.
Everybody's back, and they got a 5-star quarterback.
Yeah, who was going to Georgia. And don't make no bones about it. Georgia wanted him.
Yeah, Dylan Ravioli.
Yeah.
It's Raiola, but I call him Ravioli. Chef Boyardee. And they got 7 back on defense. And Matt Rose, a good coach.
And K-State. I don't like Iowa having not 20 starters back. And Oklahoma State, 21. Gundy's a pretty good coach. I look for them to be in that playoff.
Well, they got the tailback, Ollie Gordon.
Yeah.
Dark horse Heisman, just my opinion.
Look for Oklahoma State to be in that playoff.
And this middle of the teams that's got 17 backs like Cal, Georgia Tech, Kentucky, Northwestern, Stanford. Auburn's only got 6, but Auburn's got 8 back on offense and 6 back on defense. Georgia's only got 16 back too. Same as Auburn and Georgia have the same amount back. 8 on offense and 6 on defense. Auburn and Georgia, same thing back.
Wow.
So what's the difference in the 8 and the 6? 8 on offense and 6 on defense. Well, because Georgia's 8 and 6 are a bunch of 5-stars.
Right.
And Auburn's are a bunch of 3-stars.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. They only got like 9 4-stars.
Yeah.
At Auburn. They don't. Georgia's got 15 4-stars. Penn State 16, Ole Miss 8 and 6. Same thing as Auburn and Georgia. Look at here. Ole Miss, Auburn, Georgia. Same amount back. 8 on offense, 6 on defense.
And what they don't tell you on there is Ole Miss, did better than anybody in the transfer portal. Probably, did they not?
Yeah.
I mean, they dominated it. They got guys that were superstars.
If you got 8 back on offense, there's another one. Here's another team other people's been talking about. I don't see it, but some people do. West Virginia, they got 8 back on offense. No. I just don't.
I mean, they'd be better.
Colorado's got 14 back, but they don't have no line. I don't care how good Shador is.
I think they'll be better.
I don't care how good Shador is. I don't care. I don't care how good, and he's going to play NFL first-round draft pick. He's going to throw. I don't care. He ain't got time to throw it. Aaron Rodgers ain't going to be. He will never been nothing if he didn't have offensive line.
I'm going to predict them to go 6-6, 7-5. We'll get into that. There's old Delp right there. Oh, is that Delp? That was a good game last year. All right.
So there's some teams to. Because we're going to do a lot of high school stuff next week.
Yeah. And we've wrapped up our college. I mean, preseason.
Well, when the media day gets here for college, preseason's done. It's time to practice. Big time's going to start. And we'll do high school. We'll have our media day Saturday. Sunday, we'll come on the show and talk about the players we've interviewed. And we'll talk about some teams around the state.